And do you think there's a chance we can still have Schwarzenegger in the franchise in the future?
Tem alguma coisa lá fora. Eu vou com você.
Você não pode.
Tô tentando te proteger.
Me proteger de quê?
Hi, Dakota. How are you?
Doing well. How are you today, sir?
I'm great. I love the movie. It's so intense. There's so much action and gore. It's your first movie, right? How
Yes,
challenging
sir.
was that? And how was the process of joining the cast?
It was very exciting. At first, when you first get the role, it could be a little daunting because you're not sure about the process. But everybody was so kind. Dan and Jane and Amber and the boys. Everybody was fantastic to me. And once I got in there, it was like I had been doing it my whole life, and I really enjoyed it.
I love the first movie with Schwarzenegger. I grew up watching it. This movie takes place in that same universe.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. This takes place about 200 to 300 years before the first one, in the same universe, and I think it captures a lot of the same vibes from the first one. Kind of spooky. You're in the forest, you're in the jungle, and you don't know what's happening.
First movie was more like a horror movie, and the sequels became like action movies. Is this one more like horror or more action?
I would say it captures a good amount of horror. We got that R rating, so luckily there's lots of gore, there's lots of there's lots of scary things. So I think it does a good job of meshing them, uh, but also terrifying you at the same time.
And do you think there's a chance we can still have Schwarzenegger in the franchise in the future?
Yeah, I'd say anything is possible. I'm not sure as to what the developers have in store, but you know, you never know.
And I love how this movie takes place in 1754 with the Comanche people. If we see a sequel, where do you think the story could go?
I think you could go anywhere. I'm not sure as to where like I said, the developers will go with it, but you could go, you could go to this era again. You could go to any era in time. I've seen a lot of fan films that, you have a crusader, you have a Roman, you have any, and you could have a samurai. It could be anything, and I think it could be a potentially exciting new path for the show.
For you, how important was to have the Comanche people as the protagonists, like in terms of representation?
Oh, it was just fantastic to be able to work on a project that that did everything right. We have Jane Myers as our producer. She's like my auntie. I call her Paha, which means auntie in Comanche. Um, but she's a fantastic lady, and also she did an amazing job keeping things as accurate as we could for the time, and keeping the language good. We dubbed the entire movie in Comanche, so if people choose to watch the movie in the Comanche language, that's there. So I'm so happy that we made that for preservation of the language and for help of the people.
What was your favorite native weapon that you used in the movie? You used a lot of native weapons, but what was your favorite?
The bow was a lot of fun. Obviously, when I get to do my fighting in the show, I get to use the bow a lot. So I kind of felt like Legolas from Lord of the Rings a little bit, or something like that. The guy who did the stunts for our movie, who he was the stunt coordinator. He also did The Hobbit, and
Ah,
so luckily when I got to do all the fighting and stuff, it was very helpful.
the Predator already crossover with Alien. In the past, we have Predator versus Aliens 2 and versus Aliens 1. Which with other franchise would like to see a crossover with?
I don't know. I don't know. It'd be cool to see it cross with the Alien, of course. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I know they're kind of a little bit different, but I love Star Wars, man. I'm all about Star Wars.
Now the Predator is an alien, and Star Wars take places like the universe.
Yeah,
Animals could be that smart.
for sure. Yeah, get some lightsabers in here.
And what do you think that makes the Predator so scary and so appealing to the audience?
Oh, the size, I think the mystery, you don't know much about him. There's this entire, predator culture, on this planet far away. And so you can really dig into the lore and like, see what all they've been doing for the past however many years. It's just the species. See, there's so much to learn, there's so much to know about. And for them to come to Earth, it's like, wow.
And besides Prey, what's your favorite movie from the franchise?
Definitely the first one.
I
I
love
love,
the first.
I know, Billy and, Dutch and the whole gang. It's just like, it's so good. Brazilians, we love you up here. Go see the movie, and hopefully we'll see you in another movie again someday. Hopefully I'll get to meet you all in person one day.
O que quer que tenha feito isso, eu posso matá-lo.